Good morning, folks. I'm your host. It's 8 a.m. Tuesday morning, February 12th. BKP. Let's start out by telling you that you can participate, you can get involved, you can contact me. You could even be on the show if you wanted to. Send me a text message. Right there are all the ways you can communicate with the show. And that phone number is a 24/7 number that you can text anytime or call. Our email and all the social media ways that you can follow the show and everything else we have going on. I'm your host, BKP. So now this morning, obviously out there, I know most of the viewers. And in fact, there's absolutely no way you feel bad for Nancy Pelosi. I understand that. I get it. There's nothing at all that can happen that would cause you to feel bad for Nancy Pelosi. Put up number 33. We're not going to start there, okay? Okay. But Omar here apologized for claiming U.S. politicians are paid to be pro-Israel. And that's at 4 a.m. MSNBC this morning Central Time. So 5 o'clock right out of the box. That's what they're starting with. Now, this lady did not apologize. She did not, okay? Nancy Pelosi got up yesterday morning and said, I brought you into this political world. I will take your ass out of this political world, young lady, very quickly. Now, because I'm the DCCC, and I need funding, and I need to raise funds, and that's why I'm speaker, is I am the best fundraiser, probably one of the best in America. Both parties, hands down, Nancy Pelosi, that's why she's there. And I am one of the best fundraisers, and the reason we have control today, not your head-covered rear end. So you issue an apology and you do it now. Nancy gets up in a new world every day wondering what one of these imbeciles is going to do today. What is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez going to do today? What is this lady what is one of these politically identified individuals going to do today? You see, Muslim does not fit the Democrats, but it was the only place to go. So you're shocked that a Muslim said something anti-Semitic. Nancy, what are you going to do? Number two, I got up this morning, it was like Christmas. I ran downstairs to see what was under the Christmas tree. Nothing. I mean, I was waiting this morning because every day, as you well know, my number one thing, now a lot of you misunderstand me, the show sometimes, and what I do and what I enjoy to do. When Donald Trump became president of the United States, just made my day for many reasons, but one being now my study of the deep state media and being able to come out and say what's really happening, how tied they are to the Democrats and carrying the water, I could do on a daily basis. I like to study them. Every single morning, as you well know, I watch some CNN, I watch MSNBC, Fox. I flip through the channels to see what direction they're going. And trust me, when the shutdown is happening and they can lead you to believe there's cracks in the President of the United States support, that even his supporters, even the most staunch Republicans in Washington are concerned. His numbers are down to 36. He has the worst numbers. So many more Republicans today think he should leave than continuous. I mean, the polling after polling that they shove down our throats every day on how bad this guy is. But this morning, yesterday afternoon, I went home, I flipped on the TV. It happened to be on MSNBC, Nicole Wallace, okay? So Nicole Wallace is on there, and as I always tell you, they wheel in. They've got these carts, these special carts to hold these massive brains that these people have. I mean, they're big, enormous heads. They're so smart, and they wheel them in and tip them up so they can be talking heads on these shows. And yesterday, they were going around the table with Nicole Wallace, and all of the media yesterday, they were discounting Rasmussen. Now, Rasmussen's polling, if it come out tomorrow that Trump's at 30%, you would see MSNBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, you would see them immediately highlighting Rasmussen to the most respectable poll in the industry. But yesterday, Rasmussen took a credibility hit in the media, okay, because Trump's approval hit 52, the daily tracking. This is after he shut the government down. This is after government employees, long after we're in a breadline. This is not supposed to happen. They do not know what to do with this. This messed their day up. But this morning I thought to myself, you know what? I know they're going to come out and they're going to tell us. I mean, I know all the networks are going to tell us, you know, hey, Trump's at a 52 approval, okay? Now, they will not discuss that on the same day that his daily tracking, they have a daily tracking over at Rasmussen. I mean, he could be down to 49 this morning. He could be up to 55. We don't know. But on this same day in Obama, Trump is actually tracking with higher approval ratings in his term, first term of office, than Obama. They never talk about that. But that's okay. You see, here's the bottom line. 52% of America, and I do think it's higher. I think anything Trump has a margin of error for the people, okay, for the people that will not fess up, as they say, that they support Trump, they approve of Trump, they agree with Trump. So 52%, the people, the State of the Union, they like this guy. Now, not the pockets of wackos, okay? But overall America, they like the guy. They check off a list. Hey, the guy loves this country. Checks it off. The guy would do anything to make sure I can keep a job and, you know, and my job doesn't go overseas. I mean, Americans just start checking off these simple things, and they like the guy. And they think the way he tweets out sometimes, it's not the end of the world. It's only the end of other people's world. But anyhow, I thought that would be. But no, last night, okay, this morning, is the dueling, number 4. All right, there's Beto. There's Beto O'Rourke. Now, if you notice, let's go to, okay, give me number 11, okay? Now, this is not made up, okay? I'm gonna give you this. All right? And I just want you to see a couple things here as number 11. Now, they're all over. I want to go to all my Beto pictures this morning. Okay? And it won't take but a minute. Hang tight, folks. Give me number 38. I want to go to these just for a minute. Trump versus O'Rourke. This was at 1 a.m. Pacific time. I mean, right out of the box. They painted this El Paso. You would have thought it was a cage match, but look at this picture here, okay? Look at number 39. Number 39, we'll throw it in there, Trump versus O'Rourke, okay? That's at 4 a.m. this morning. Right out of the box, they're going for that. But look at the way the picture is of O'Rourke. Look at the picture of Trump, okay? Let's see what else I have. Let's go to number 43. I just want to run through these for a minute because we're going to talk about crowd size. Does size matter? Is size an issue? Does size matter? It must to the media because they have a size issue, okay? There's number 43. O'Rourke clashes with Trump over border walls, says El Paso is safe not because of walls, but in spite of walls. Wow, he is quite an inspirational guy, but look at that picture. And let's see what else I might have there on that. And that's pretty much it. Let's go to number 47. Okay. Lawmakers reach a deal. But I just want you to see the picture of Trump with the backdrop. And let's go to, all right, let's go to number 4 again. Now, I want to explain something, all right, that they're playing games with. There's two things, okay? Size does matter. Trump's rally, I watched it in El Paso. I enjoyed it, and I've looked through El Paso, all the negative things that are being said where El Paso is concerned. You know, just check the local government structure there and who's making some of these statements with MSNBC and CNN and all of them trying to promote that the president is nothing but a liar. But if you notice, every single thing they do where Beto O'Rourke is concerned, they want the view, the picture to look like he's a rock star. They want you to think that he just sang his greatest hit ever and he's Mick Jagger and he's a rock star. I'm serious. Go through the pictures and see how they frame him up. Now, I'm just telling you, I want you to watch that. They're trying to make a rock star out of him, okay? Hang on, I want you to put one other one up. Politico, number 10, okay? Beto takes on Trump in tale of 2 mega rallies. Now, here's what I want to do this morning, and it's not to offend you. It's the how do I talk to my friends about Trump and CNN and MSNBC saying he lies about the crowd size. And we want to go over that, okay? Beto takes on Trump. There's no reason to argue or fight. I call them your friends. I don't know them. But there's no reason to argue or fight. But there is a way to have the discussion that if they're I won't say nice words, but there's a way to have the discussion that if you're having this discussion, we'll get to it in a minute with someone, and they can't grasp this, they're a moron. Move on. I mean, seriously, they're a moron. Move on. They can't pass the moron test. Get out of the way. Let them go. All right. Boom. All right. Beto takes on Trump in the tale of 2 mega rallies. This is the picture, okay, they're trying to paint. Now, here's something I didn't put up. I didn't write this earlier. Put this up. Number 11, okay? This is MSNBC now. Beto O'Rourke rallies thousands to counter Trump. Thousands, okay? Number 12, MSNBC again. Beto O'Rourke rallies thousands to counter Trump, okay? Number 13, police estimate of Trump rally size. Now, this is the police estimate. 10 to 12,000 inside and outside the El Paso County Coliseum, all right? This is what MSNBC is saying, all right? 10 to 12,000. So let's stay with that for a minute because size matters. And we want to get into, all right, size matters. Now, first of all, let me explain something. The Secret Service is a nervous wreck right now, okay? They have never in their history had anybody that commands the audience as like Donald Trump. They've never had it, okay? This is new to the Secret Service. Now, although MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, the works, will never talk about our president, Donald J. Trump, in the tense of respect. They'll never talk of him in respect that he's the president of the United States. But the Secret Service knows this is the president of the United States. Never have they dealt with this. Okay? Bill Clinton, okay, ran for re-election, never got these crowd size. George W. Bush, Barack Hussein Obama never went and got these crowd sizes. It just didn't happen, okay? They could say this. Now, there was times I could have somebody fact-checking me now and argue, Obama went here and gave this speech and there was 18,000. You know, that happened once every 18 months or something when they orchestrated something that was pretty big. Trump can't go anywhere. His bottom number is 10,000. He can't go anywhere without a bottom number of 10,000. So first of all, the Secret Service is having to deal with this. Now, the reason, you know, there's going to be media, and I don't like to be the defender in some areas, but I'm going to defend the President of the United States and very clearly tell you that's what I'm doing this morning. Now, are there other areas, and this is how you can talk to your friends, well, he only brought in 6,000, he swears it's 10, and they made a special deal and let 10 in, and he lies, and he can't fill the big... There's other places in El Paso, okay? There's other places in the United States that shoots the Secret Service's nerves that will hold many more than 6, 8, 10,000 people. But do you know what it's like to pre-set up and pre-screen, all right? Now, when Trump has a rally, if it starts at 9 o'clock at night Eastern time, do you realize they do like a 4 in the afternoon sweep? That all the media has to have their equipment in, and it's 9 o'clock at night, 5 hours in advance, right? The media has to have all their equipment in, so they have to come in. And they have to do a sweep of the location. Meaning that's not just at 5. The Secret Service has to send a full team and a security team well in advance of 5 o'clock to secure the facility, decide what entrances they will allow to be used for security. Then, if these are the things you don't see, then at 5 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, they open the door to the media. The media all goes in, they set up their equipment, they set up all the everything, they do all the testing of their mics, all the above. And then they have to leave. They have to completely leave, go out of there, shut the doors, and then there's called a security sweep to make sure that one of the media bags, I mean, God forbid, is not got a bomb in it, or one of the cameras that's set up is not, I mean, they bring the dogs in, they bring everything in, they do a complete sweep of the place. Then they have to start letting people in from this massive line, all right? And that has to, you're going inside to see the President of the United States. Okay, now they have to do a major security check to put these people in. So not only is the crowd size very important, but the work and what people have to go through. People show up for a Trump rally, President of the United States rally, 24 hours in advance. They stand outside by the thousands. And then they have to endure these long lines, and they can't go to every door. It's not a concert. Okay, you scan the ticket, thank you, a little one. This is the President of the United States. So they minimize entrances, and they start getting the people in there. That's why they open the doors like 3 hours in advance, so they can make sure they do these security sweep, they get the people in, and they secure it. It is a nightmare. This is my words. It's a nightmare for Secret Service to do this. They don't know what they're... When he does all these rallies right before the election, this is the first time in the history of the Secret Service that they've had to go out front. Now, not that they can't do it, but they have to go out front, Excuse me, still dealing with a cough. I apologize. It's very rude. Marco Rubio moment. Okay, so they have to go out front, city to city, and this has to happen over and over. And they're wondering to themselves right now, how in the world are we going to do this? What happens when he wants to do 5 in a day? This guy will. Now, the media doesn't like it. Okay, the media doesn't like anything about it, but he's in good health. I mean, the doctors out there at Walter Reed say, hey, this guy's in good health. I tell you what, Trump, at his age, and both of his health reports from Ronnie Jackson last year to this year's health report of doctors, okay, this guy should be the walking spokesperson for a Big Mac. I mean, if I'm McDonald's, I knock everybody out of the way, and I get this guy to hold my Big Mac and say, I'm 72. Anyhow, backing up. So it takes an enormous amount of work to do this. It's not like Beto O'Rourke down the street and they throw up a stage and they put a rock band there, because people will assemble for a rock band. Now, they play some music over the loudspeakers. All right? They play some music over the loudspeakers. They get a couple people to come in, not a warm-up act, not a band. They get a couple people to come in, locals, that will talk to the crowd, the local GOP that'll talk to the crowd, try to whip them up in a frenzy. Are you excited the president's going to be in our town today? Yeah, all right. So all that happens, but not a band. Go back to number 4 really quick with Betta and then come back to this. Okay? All right. Rockstar, the drummer, just left the stage. I mean, they are jamming over there. They're pushed up to the front. They've got their phones up, taking pictures. Everything about this is like a rock star, but there's not the security, okay, and not the detail that has to go in. Go back to the other one there of having 10,000 to 12,000 people. Now, this is first of all, you will say you do know. They will assign somebody to every rally. And this is what's very amusing to that they consider themselves news. They will assign themselves to a team to every single rally, okay? And they will go through police officer after police officer, no disrespect, officer, but they'll go through officer after officer till they get the officer that says what they want to hear. They will go through local politician after local politician until they get what they want to hear. And they will go through everything they do on every time he goes somewhere to discredit the President of the United States. And never tell the truth of what it's like. It is enormous. They don't know what to do with this. So I'm going to say there was 10,000 there. Some people are saying the place seats 6, okay? But I do want to show this before we go to break. All right. Number 1. All right. This is Laura Ingraham tweeted this out. Laura tweeted this out. It was 45 degrees outside, and this was the overflow crowd. Look at that as far as you could see. That's the outside. They're not getting in. They're wearing the red hats. The media will not show you this. They will not show you this crowd size, because size matters. Because thousands showed up for O'Rourke is what they will say. They're not denying anything with O'Rourke. They're trying to build him up and tear your president down, okay? And look at the outside. Now, let me tell you another thing that happens. And if people don't know, I don't know what to do. Let's just say it like this. So you're looking at somebody and you say, well, he lies. He says he had 10,000. He only had 6. You say, look, let me ask you a question. Do you really understand what all is involved for the President of the United States to hold one of these massive rallies? No. Okay. Well, then you're a moron. Okay? So go home and continue to be a moron. I don't know. That wasn't nice. I mean, I understand I should be nice, but come on already. All right, here's what happens. You have to go online, all right? You're supposed to go online and print your ticket out. They're free. They get requests. There's no number, it doesn't stop, of requests because it's first come, first serve, all right? So, first of all, they get 60 to 70,000 requests online for a ticket. I have done this, okay? Remember when the President of the United States had 30,000 for now Governor Brian Kemp down in Macon on a Saturday or a Sunday? 30,000 at the airport in Macon, Georgia, right? You have to go online, okay? You tell them who you are, and you print your ticket. So I think for last night in El Paso, they had something like 65,000 requests for tickets. Then they have the place full. So it holds 6. So they had 8. Trump said 10. So let's say they had 8 inside. It's full. It's full to the rafters, okay? Just to see the president. This is outside alone. This is not even inside, okay? What did they say? What they were the number 14, El Paso Times. This is not a Democrat-leaning paper, obviously, right? Fact check. Trump says 10,000 at El Paso County Coliseum rally. Fire department says not true. An El Paso Fire Department spokesman said no special permission was given by the fire department, and the Coliseum had about 6,500 people in it during the president's rally. They go in a search out. You got to remember, this is Beto O'Rourke. He goes right in. Beto, he's a nice young man. He's a nice kid. He said, yeah, he's got a nice first name, Beto. All right, it's a good name, all right? He's a nice young man. I understand he's down there with a set of drums and he's got a rock band going and he's saying, no wall, no wall. You know, it's immoral, no wall. I understand all that. He's a nice kid. But you realize this is Beto O'Rourke's former district. This was his district. This guy can't get 1,000 people down the street. They can lie. Nobody's talking about it. They only say thousands. They say Beto O'Rourke 1,000. Nobody, you cannot go on. Please send them to me. You have my email address. You have my number to text me. Send me pictures of the thousands, the crowd size at Beto O'Rourke's rally that you can't find on the internet. Now, I did a search. Maybe I'm missing them. But they're not showing them. I mean, if Beto O'Rourke had 3, 4, 5,000 people, whatever, you would have the internet blown up with these pictures of this enormous crowd. You see, go back to the, wait a minute, let me go to this one here. Go to number 15, El Paso Times. The El Paso County Coliseum holds 6,500 people, but President Trump told the crowd that his campaign got special permission from El Paso Fire Department to let in 10,000. Not true, they're saying, okay? Now, oh, God, what's the one I'm looking for here now? Go back to Laura Ingram's tweet. That's number 1 or number 2, right there. Folks, the crowd size outside in 45-degree weather in El Paso, Beto O'Rourke's former district, is 15 times larger outside wanting to get in to see the President of the United States than the actual crowd that got to see the rock star. Number 4, okay? Don't forget, this is what they'll do with him. They'll paint him as a rock star, but there's no picture of his crowd. I'm your host, BKP, Size Matters. We'll be right back. And I think if I was President of the United States, every time something was screwed up, I would say, hey, maybe it's because I got high. Never know. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Where do we go from here? First of all, if you'd ever like to contact the show, right here, there's all the ways you can do that. 706-889-9700. That is a 24/7 number there. Excuse me, I'm still having a cough, so I gotta be careful I get worked up, so I have to drink water here. And, all right, so we know they're not gonna talk about the president's 52% approval rating, and we know they're not going to talk and tell you the truth on the crowd size. I just wanted to throw this in, number 3. I told you the other day that this is some radio show, The Breakfast Club. Don't know nothing about it. Kamala Harris goes on this show to let people know there needs to be more joy in the world. Let me see where that one is. The Kamala Harris, there needs to be, there you go, number 16. So keep that one there. You might flip back, but go to number 16. Kamala Harris calls for marijuana legalization. I think it gives a lot of people joy. There you go. So flip back to the radio station there. So she's on a radio interview, and they're talking about getting high, and she says, sure, I've gotten high, man, and a lot of my relatives are Jamaicans. All right, so I told you, I'm thinking to myself, really, now these are the people that are concerned with Donald Trump having his finger on the red button, right? So I'm thinking yesterday, okay, now what did I tell you? On a daily basis, okay, on a daily basis, one of these candidates will say something outrageous, okay? Nancy Pelosi is just, she's very nervous right now. Trump is right now, looks like a shoe-in, as they would say, for 2020. It looks like it right now. Outside looking in, 52%. Now, they will figure out how to drop that approval rating because God knows that can't stand, right? But they've attempted, all right? We'll leave Kamala Harris up here. This is a person that did everything she could to try to destroy Brett Kavanaugh, his life, his family, his children, anything and everything she could to try to destroy this individual, okay? Donald Trump, and I know other talk shows out there have said 4 and 5, could be more, but on an average, daily, the media works on about 5 negative stories on this president daily that they just rotate. I mean, they push negativity. They never say a nice word. I was somewhere preparing for a show one morning, okay? I was preparing for a show one morning, and it was 6:30 in the morning, and we were doing our show live on location, and it was 6:30 in the morning, and on the backdrop on a TV, I asked the individual where I was doing the show, I said, put the TV on MSNBC, Morning Joe. I like to listen to what they're saying. So this individual is not political, okay? This is not a political person. This is not somebody that really keeps up with, ever keeps up with what's basically going on in politics on the day-to-day. So I'm preparing the show to start, and about 30 minutes goes by on this TV, and this individual is doing some other stuff there. And this person looked at me and said, do they ever say anything nice about Trump? I said, no. I said, no, they never do. He said, wow, I didn't realize it was this bad. Okay? There's 2 things I want to convey there. One, most Americans aren't paying attention to that, no matter how hard they're trying. And when Americans do tune in that don't normally pay attention or not on the CNN bandwagon and trying to destroy the President of the United States, when they do tune in, they come away with, do they ever say a kind word? No matter if you like this president or not, there's their thought process of, do they ever say a kind word? So here are people that are at least 5 stories a day, trying to tear this man down nonstop since before he said I do on the inauguration, okay? They've been complaining about crowd size since the day he took the oath of office. They can't stop. They've done everything. They can't figure out what to do next. Now, these committees are all going to have these hearings. And these hearings are going to be to try to find something that they can impeach or bring charges or at least convince the American people he should not be president of the United States. They've tried everything. And a guy comes out with a 52% approval rating. This woman yesterday, I'm wondering, should she have her finger on the button? Should she, maybe her and Kim Jong-un from North Korea can, they can do marijuana exchange and see who has the best stash, whatever, all jokes aside. But yesterday, she jokes around about getting high, all right, and legalizing marijuana on a radio show. So don't forget, folks, on a daily basis, they will do everything they can, all right, to attack the president, while these candidates will say every outrageous thing they can think of. Every day they want to be in the forefront, okay? They want to be in the forefront of the news and get that free coverage, all right? So they're going to say any outrageous thing they can. Now, let's look at Lord Fairfax, all right? Now, here we go. I just want to spend just a minute on Virginia. So make sure we're clear that this is on Virginia, okay? Let's go to number 20. And this is a new segment in itself. The other segment is Democrat candidates will say something outrageous on a daily basis to try to be recognized. Okay, now go to number 20. This has been pushed off, all right? There's a little bit out there, but basically the Democrats and the media have done everything they need to do, okay, to try to erase this problem. Now, right now we have the governor, and the Democrat Party is trying to save their indentured servant, Lord Fairfax. Don't look at me. This guy, let's stay with Ralph Northam. The fact that he is the governor of Georgia and Ed Gillespie is not the governor of Virginia. Back up, erase. The fact that Ralph Northam is the governor. Now, I did not pay attention to that race. And I did not pay attention. I did not know. I think the secret word today is moron. I did not realize that this guy is a total moron, all right? Ralph Northam will launch a listening tour about race amid blackface scandal. Now, Democrats are in an outrage this morning, even to the fact that Joe Scarborough is begging and demanding that the Democrat Party in Virginia get rid of him. Come out and disown him and say he is now an independent. He's the independent governor. Because let me tell you something. Trump took this Virginia governor with late-term abortions. See, the upper echelon, let's call it that, right, of the Democrats, they get it. All right? That's what they do for a living is they get people elected and raise money. They get it. They knew from the very beginning this third term trimester abortion was a problem. They knew that. And they knew when this moron, this bozo, come out and said that they'll keep the baby comfortable. They'll deliver the baby. They knew. They were like, no, you didn't just say you will deliver the baby. Okay? So they went into panic mode. Okay, we've got to push this away from abortion. Got to. And we got to make it racist, and here's what we'll do. We'll make it racist. We'll come up with something now, and then you will make amends, and you will get forgiveness. But the abortion we got to push off. Matters got worse in Virginia, all right? So last night, the president went after this governor of Virginia, said Virginia will come home and become a red state again, and highlighted the abortion side of this governor here, and they know it's trouble. It played last night, and they're like, this is a problem. This guy must go. So Democrats, they're begging, Joe Scarborough came out this morning and begging Virginia Democrats to shed this guy, get him out of the party, and let him be an independent, because it's a big problem during the election, and Trump proved it last night. Now, Ralph Northam will launch a listening tour about race amid blackface scandal. Now, Northam has also been urged by his advisors. Listen to this. Now, this guy is a doctor, okay? This guy is a true idiot. I mean, there's your idiot and there's your true idiot. This guy is thoroughly through and through a plain, flat out racist Southern Democrat. Sorry in the South. This is, oh, Ralphie boy is a racist, okay? Now, this guy graduates high school, goes on to college, then goes to med school, all right? Now, somewhere in Virginia, please forgive me, I apologize for this. Hopefully this cough will go away here again in a day or two. It's getting better. But this guy supposedly somewhere in Virginia history, okay? In Virginia State history class, somewhere, this guy had to have heard this thing about slavery. Yesterday, this bozo, or Sunday, this bozo goes, and he talks that he realized, what he has discovered is he's realized he has white privilege. Oh, okay. And I need to denounce my inner self of my white privilege. These people are morons. And then this racist says, in 1619, I might have it wrong, but he says, in 1619, we're going to celebrate the 400th year, right? Celebrate. I don't know how many blacks will be celebrating that day with you there, Ralph, racist Northam. But in 1619, we're going to be celebrating, 400 years since the first indentured servants from Africa arrived on this shore. Whoa! That alone, how are you there another day? They're slaves. So that's why I just half-heartedly say the governor there, I mean, they're all trying to help their indentured servant. Hey, Lord Fairfax, you're the one that like three generations there, you know, your great-great-great-grandpappy, okay, great-grandpappy way back, okay, a slave to Lord Fairfax. That's why you took the surname, and your name's Fairfax. So you got to understand the governor, regardless of what you think, the governor, Ralph Racist Northam, thinks you're an indentured servant. And they're trying to save old Lord Fairfax. We'll get into that in a minute. But they're recommending to this guy. Northam has also been urged by his advisors to watch parts of D.W. Griffith's 1915 film, The Birth of a Nation. Northam was not previously familiar with this racist depictions in the film, an advisor said. So they're rushing in to show him a doctor, high school, college, med school. But no, this dumbass has just come to terms here with his white privilege, along with the fact that they told him he probably should read Roots, okay? I wouldn't be shocked if in a day or two he's on one of these listening tours Swear to God, you look it up. Don't take my word for it. Look it up and see if it was not recommended to him that he read Alex Haley's Roots, okay? So I wouldn't be shocked at one of these listening tours that he says, you know, just the other day, it really came to me, I mean, there's a whole new feeling I have that's come over me with these indentured servants after I, got a little closer to understanding Kunte Kinte and Chicken George. I can't hang on to this for no reason whatsoever and understand it. Now we have number 22, all right? Number 22, everybody deserves to be heard. Fairfax says while 4 of his staffers quit. So the indentured servant there to the people of, that's according to Northam, the indentured servant there, the indentured, what do you call him? The descendant of indentured servants, okay? That's what he is, the descendant of indentured servants there, Lord Fairfax, the lieutenant governor, which has one woman claiming he raped her and one woman claiming that, when I say accusations, that he did something against her will, forced her physically to do something against her will. Everybody deserves to be heard, Fairfax says, while 4 of the staffers quit. 4 staffers working on Fairfax quit Friday, leaving him with a skeleton crew. 2 were from his government office, and they were joined by the two employees of his We Rise Together Political Action Committee. So they walked out, right? Now here's what I knew after one day. It was just window dressing. It was just something to make it sound like, all right, we're going to push this guy out. We're serious. We're Democrats and we're serious. Well, it made it about 24 hours, so let's go to number 23. Okay. Virginia Democrat backs off effort to open impeachment inquiry against Fairfax. Mr. Hope backed off after black lawmakers demanded on a conference call of the House Democrats that there not be a rush to oust Mr. Fairfax at the moment. So black lawmakers in Virginia, they're thinking, whoa, wait a minute. We got the white guy over here that has just blown it clear out of the water. And then you have this attorney general over here that thought he's a rap star and painted his face black. But then we've got a descendant here in Virginia of indentured servant, Lord Fairfax, the lieutenant governor, and you're trying to push him out? Whoa, wait a minute. Why the brother? That's what it. Whoa. Why the brother? Why the brother got to die in this movie, right? Why the brother always got to get kicked out? Why are we going after the brother? Just saying, you can get mad at me if you want, but that's the bottom line. That's what happened. Now, what about the wall? What about the deal on the wall? Is there a deal today? I'm going to take just a little break because I want to go to 9 o'clock and check to see if anything has come out. I personally do not agree with what the House is saying. Let me go to this right here. Here's what concerns me, and I think I have a picture of it here before we go to break. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. I had it here. Hang tight. Let's see if I can find it here because I would love to show this. And I do want to talk, I don't want to go too deep, but do want to talk about this scandal within the Baptist church. I want to talk about that for just a minute before we close today. I had it here. Hold on, Josh. I think I had it here. I wanted to see I wanted to show this when we're talking about the deal that is supposedly happening. I don't have the picture. Let's just go to number 34. Okay. Congressional negotiators reach deal to avoid another government shutdown. That is Richard Shelby of Alabama. I'm a little nervous that Richard Shelby of Alabama, which I do not trust, do not like, do not care for, you catching on to that, came out with Patrick Leahy, the Democrat, right, that from Vermont, the other one, Patrick Leahy, which I do not trust, do not like, do not care for. You catching on? A little concerned that they've reached a deal for the American people. I'll be right back after these messages. Let me look around, see if there's anything updated we need to cover.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Just trying to double up here, see what's going on. Now, the media manipulation on the deal. Let me go through this. You can always reach this show, 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com, and there's all the social media ways. You can follow us. Now, that being said, let's start out here with the deal. Supposedly there's a deal. Let me go through a couple clips here, and then let me explain to you what the media is actually trying to do this morning and throughout last night, okay? Hold on just a second here. All right, number 28, and let me explain, pay attention, and I said in all due respect, pay attention to timestamps, 2:07 a.m. Pacific time, meaning Eastern time, right out of the box. This is what they're trying to create, okay? Now, remember, and I don't know what the president will do today, but remember the Chuck and Nancy meeting in the Oval Office. And the Chuck and Nancy meeting in the Oval Office, you know, he looked at Chuck and said, all right, Chuck, I'll take it on myself. I'll take it on my shoulders. I will do it. It'll be my whatever, Chuck. But I'm going to get this, I'm going to address this national crisis on our southern border. I'm going to address it, whatever you want to call it. So we go through the shutdown, okay? Go through the shutdown, and Pelosi and Schumer don't want to admit it, but they get equal blame. Now, the media tried to come out and give all the blame. Now, pay attention to this. The media tried to come out and give all the blame to the media tried to come out and give all the blame to President Trump. But you know what? The American people did not. The shutdown, remember, all through this shutdown, all through everything going on for over 2 months, nobody has ever exposed, as the President of the United States, nobody has ever exposed what's going on our southern border, okay, like this president here. Now, whether CNN likes to report it, whether MSNBC, CBS, even though they do not report it in a positive to the President of the United States in any way whatsoever, they run through everything Trump says, but they tag it as a lie. So Trump said this today, Trump said that today, the border, Trump's claims on the border, Trump's claims on a caravan, Trump's claims on border security, ICE agents, border agents, okay? And then the media would want to then turn around and say, these are all false claims. It did not land with the American people that they're false claims, because they understand at home what's happening in their neighborhood. I'm very serious. They know. See, that's something that Chuck Todd and Andrea Mitchell and George Stephanopoulos and the list goes on. You just don't know. People know what's happening in their hometown. They see it for themselves. So when the president says this border problem crisis in America has an enormous effect on people back home, he's 100% right. And they just don't catch on to that. But this president of the United States has made sure that the American people has had it in their face. See, the president highlighted caravans. So they all ran down there to see what's going on with the caravan, and the best thing they could come up with is that somebody took a kid away from its parents. And I've told you over and over on this show not to go backwards, but we live in an area and we live in America where kids are taken from their parents for other reasons, and we see that tragedy every day in this country where kids are taken from their parents. And it's not on the border. But they went down there and they highlighted these caravans, hoping that America would have bleeding hearts for these no-border Democrats, and it did not happen. Americans are not exactly bleeding heart. And you know what? This president, like it or not, made sure it was in the news, positive or negative, 24/7. So here's what they're doing. I'm going to get to this in a minute. Here's what they're doing. They started out trying to make this his shutdown. What did he do? He exposed that a partial government shutdown, all right, why is he at 52%? Period. People have been waiting for these kind of things. He exposed a partial government shutdown equaled 800,000 people. People were like, what? And then when the media started to try to sell that the first paycheck that didn't come in the mail, they were all rushing for bread lines, losing their cars, losing their homes, and devastated. That didn't sell, out here in the real world. We've had a bad Friday. We went to work, whistled while we worked, and was told Friday afternoon, hey, we're shutting down this division. Hell, you say. You think you can call my mortgage company? So many things happen, and the guy's at 52. Now, what they want to do is they want to claim there's a deal. That's right. They want to claim that they went in and worked. Now, the first shutdown, we don't know if there's going to be another, The first shutdown, okay, we have all the sound bites of Nancy, the Wicked Witch of the DCCC, okay. Nancy came out, and I'm not referring to any kind of sizes on DCCC, that is the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee, okay. Just didn't want to mess that up and, you know, saying she's the head of the DCCC. Just don't go there, okay. I know. Moving right along. So Nancy comes out. We have all the sound bites, the Wicked Witch of the DCCC, of her, not even $1. Why, I won't even give $1. There'll be no money for the wall. There'll be no money. No money. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Our people are hurting. And there'll be no money for this wall thingy that he wants. So that played out. And the president went on a daily basis, said, I've tried everything. I've talked to him. I've sent friends. I've sent people. I called in my court jesters and said, go over there and do a show for Nancy. I did everything I could, and she kept saying, not $1, not $1. And I'm going to be the one to come to the table and open the government back up. I'm going to be the bigger man in here. And then the media ran all the stories. Stay with me on this. Then they ran all the stories. Nancy outmaneuvered Donald. Why, Donald was outmaneuvered by Nancy Pelosi. Why does she have more power than Donald Trump? Is she really who's in charge? I mean, the media blew this up. That Donald got walked all over by Nancy Pelosi's stilettos. I mean, the marks are still on his back. Then he comes roaring in and does this State of the Union address, and they're like, oh, hail. That's exactly how they did. Oh, hail. Oh, hail. No, you didn't just do that. That's what they said, okay? So now, okay, they've rushed in rooms together, and they're working. They're negotiating. You see, now, if he doesn't take the deal, okay, which will not be portrayed to the American people as a bad deal, if he doesn't take the deal, he's the one. Why, they've worked. The American people are asking for bipartisanship, and the American people are asking for them to get along, and they did. Patrick Leahy and Richard Shelby came out, and they expressed they have, well, I'll get to it in a minute. Lawmakers reach deal to avoid shutdown. Lawmakers, not president. Lawmakers reach a deal. Includes fence funding, but no money for border wall. Going to just change the verbiage there. What's in the board? Number 29. Okay, this is the deal. This is the deal. $1.375 billion for 55 miles of border barrier enhancements. Enhancements. Oh, bada bing, bada boom. 1.37 enhancements. DHS would receive $1.7 billion in new funding for border security. No cap on number of people who can be detained by ICE. Funding for approximately 40,520 detention beds by ICE. So there's no cap on how many they could detain, but they're only going to have 40,520 beds available. So if they catch more, they got to let some go. Okay. Number 31. 2 a.m. this morning, meaning 5 a.m. right out of the box. Okay. Lawmakers reach a deal to avert shutdown with fence funding, but no money for border wall. Okay. Number 23, the Washington Post. Tentative deal set to avoid a shutdown. Okay, that's Washington Post there. Is that 32? Did I give you I think I gave you the wrong number. Yeah, 32. So that's the wrong one. So tentative deal to avert shutdown, okay? And number 34, this is Shelby, okay? Congress negotiators reach deal to avoid another government shutdown. So this morning, they are blowing up the airwaves. Every single thing that they can find, blowing up the airwaves, that there's a deal, okay? Even Fox is in on it. Number 47. Lawmakers reach deal in principle. In principle. First thing out in the morning. In principle, lawmakers. So, the headlines everywhere is, the headlines are, in principle. The lawmakers make a deal. A deal is done. It is complete. It's a good Dem negotiator. House Appropriations Committee Chair Nita Lowry. Okay, she's the Appropriations, which that's who gives out the money. Nita Lowry. Dem negotiator conservative backlash to border deal confirms it's a good deal. Conservative backlash confirms it's a good, the deal confirms it's good compromise. It's good because we won't accept it. House Appropriations Committee Chairwoman Nita Lowry said Tuesday that conservative backlash to the bipartisan border security deal struck Monday. Now remember, everything's going to be bipartisan. It is in what? It is in principle a good deal. The fact is that Patrick Leahy and Shelby and these politicians come out and they say in good principle. Doesn't that just shock you how they loosely use in good principle? House Appropriations said Tuesday conservative backlash to the bipartisan border security deal struck Monday evening confirms for me that it's a good deal. The agreement in principle would provide, among other provisions, $1.3 billion in money for a physical barrier along a portion of the U.S.-Mexico border, significantly less than the $5.7 billion in the border wall funding that the President Donald Trump has demanded. Though it also includes Democrat concessions on capping the number of detainee beds for immigrant members of the arch-conservative House Freedom Caucus, and conservative commentators like Sean Hannity and Ann Coulter have ripped the compromise, promoting the question of whether Trump might once again give in to pressure from the right. Will he once again? It's not giving the pressure from the right. It's actually to follow through with the promise you made, Mr. President. You made, Mr. President, to your voters and the American people. The promises you made, Mr. President, is the reason you are at 52%. The promises you are keeping, Mr. President, is the reason you're at 52%. And the promises that the American people intend to hold you accountable for is the reason you're at 52%. Ann Coulter, Sean Hannity, prompting the question on whether Trump might once again give in to pressure from the right and threaten to veto the bill, putting the federal government on the brink of another shutdown. A brink. You see, if Trump does it now, they set it up this morning. They blew up last night. Blew up. In principle, we got a deal. We're behind closed doors. And in fact, they even would show the door with the little thing on there, do not disturb, meeting in progress. Do not disturb. Meeting in progress. No more towels, nothing. Meeting in progress. Oh, they showed that door. And they were behind closed doors in good faith, in principle. They came out with a deal. A bipartisan deal, which, because of the right conservative backlash, they know even now it is a good deal for America. And the only thing, there's a deal to prevent the shutdown. There's a deal in principle. There's a bipartisan deal, and that's what the American people are asking for Congress to work. But the only thing between it could be this president once again. So they're setting it totally up for Donald Trump to be the one to go against a deal that was struck, bipartisan behind closed doors, that's supposed to be good for you and I. $5.7 billion is a drop. Do not accept, Mr. President, this joke of a deal. Okay, don't accept it. Don't put it on your desk. Don't sign it. We'll see. Maybe the president takes the money, but 55 miles, we get 55 miles of wall. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a break, and we've got several things to close up the show with.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Folks, on a daily basis, Democrats are putting more and more up that the president will have for his 2020 re-election bid. I'm your host, BKP. And these are the ways you can contact us. It's Tuesday morning here, 706-889-9700. Those are all the social media ways you can follow the show. New York Mayor de Blasio headed to New Hampshire amid 2020 speculation. Wouldn't you love to see de Blasio get in on this? I mean, and spin his Green New Deal? No, the president went after, said that Alexandria, wait a minute, is that her name? Alexandria, what's her name? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, okay? That her Green Deal was like a term paper. So how many of you on social media saw the cartoon with the farmer or the guy that came up to the cow and said, you know, I don't want your beef or whatever. I want your methane. How do I get your methane? And he said, pull my hoof. Right? There you go. There's a laugh line. So the Green Deal has really blown up. Nancy Pelosi on a daily basis is getting up and saying, what the hell will I have to shut them up? This Green Deal has really messed up. Trump made fun of, what are you going to take, a high-speed train to Hawaii there, Miss Senator from Hawaii? You know, you get that sourpuss look on your face. So de Blasio may be is headed to New Hampshire, And the Democrats will bring out a list of people on a daily basis that we will hear the most absurd things. America's not ready for single-payer health care. They're not. All right? Sherrod Brown of Ohio has asked Trump to stop media attacks after BB&C cameraman is shoved. Okay, there was a BB&C cameraman, Sherrod Brown of Ohio, who is seriously considering a 2020 presidential bid. On Tuesday, called on President Trump to rein in his supporters. Attacks on the media, warning of a tragedy happening sometime in the future. So Brown made a comment after BBC cameraman was shoved and cursed at during a Trump border rally in Texas Monday. He should call off his supporters. Call off the dogs, Donald. He should call off his supporters who are doing those kind of things, Brown said at a breakfast sponsored by Christian Science Monitor. Call them out and ask them to stop. We all are concerned there will be something worse happening sometime in the future. Interesting. So the media, if they liked you, they may not be upset with you, but that is out there. And we have the, as I told you earlier, we have the in good faith. Okay? We have the deal. That's on top of this news report. I just want to look at this again one more time. This is from The Hill. I'm not going to go deep into it. Lawmakers reach agreement in principle to avert shutdown. I'm telling you, they're doing everything they can to promote, okay, to promote this shutdown or possible shutdown. This would truly be Trump's fault because even a bipartisan group came together behind closed doors in principle and put something together that he should accept. So before I close, I want to go through this. Number 5, this is the governor of California. Is it Gavin Newsom? He is, Gavin Newsom is, I have another one here I want to show you. And one other story I want to get to because I'm going to highlight more of it tomorrow. I'm going to go and look at it a little more tomorrow. This is the governor of California. Hang tight, hang tight. Hang tight. I got something else here. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. There he is. Go to number 44. Okay. Number 44. Regardless if you're Republican or Democrat, this is not necessary. California governor rebukes Trump on border, withdraws most of state's National Guard troops from Mexico border. He says he's not going to be a part of Trump's charade on this border wall. He's not going to be a part of it. So that's happening out there. Now we have, okay, number 6. Now let's talk about the Muslim, okay? Now first of all, folks, you are shocked out there this morning that a Muslim, okay, said something anti-Semitic. You're blown away. Now, Republicans want, and this is Joe and Minka, and what Joe is going to do this morning and what the media is doing abroad, they are making sure you understand how anti-Semitic Republicans are, how anti-Semitic Donald Trump has created an atmosphere of anti-Semitic. This is Trump's fault. This woman says that the only reason we support Israel are these Congress and the senators are paid off to support Israel. And Joe's going to show you how, okay, racist Trump is. And how Joe is going to go in and MSNBC, and they're running today the narrative, actually protecting this woman by saying, is this any worse than Trump and his Nazi-type comments? and his Nazi followers and his white supremacists and anti-Semitic views that they have. I tell you what, they are a piece of garbage, these people. Piece of garbage. Republicans want Representative Omar removed from the Foreign Relations Committee. Okay? But what is it? Here's what here's what Joe puts up, number 7. Okay? Crooked Hillary makes history made. Most corrupt candidate ever. Well, they claim that most corrupt candidate ever in that tweet that Trump set out in 2016 happens to be in a Jewish star. So they're running number 8, okay? And it doesn't matter what network you go to, CNN or MSNBC, they're saying apologizes. She apologized, man. Representative Omar apologizes after claiming U.S. politicians are paid to be pro-Israel. Okay? Now give me number... Oh, a minute. I got this one here. Number 24, MSNBC. Omar apologizes. Anti-Semitism is real, and I am grateful for Jewish allies and colleagues who are educating me on the painful history of anti-Semitic tropes. At the same time, I affirm, okay, the problematic role of lobbyists in our politics, whether it be AIPAC, the NRA, or fossil fuel industry. So I'm going to read to you right now and release what Nancy Pelosi said I had to if I wanted my ass by the end of the day. Okay? All right. Here's what happens. This is not a joke, all right? I don't know where it's at. But when they all get elected in, Pelosi has a tour set up for them. Okay? And Pelosi has the tour for them of where they can be in the building. Okay? And where they can be put if they don't play by the rules she has in place. So Pelosi has, up there in the House, the Speaker has an area where it's Siberia. It's the Siberian offices, and you get sent there, and you don't see the press, and you're not close to the microphones, and, your office, and you get stripped your committee chair positions or your committee positions. That's where you make a little extra money, so on and so forth, and you get more perks to go with it. And after Nancy decides she's going to strip your ass of everything, you write this, but you don't apologize, okay? Number 25, she sent out a tweet, listening and learning, but standing strong, okay? I'm a Muslim. I don't give a damn. They're Jews, all right? Pretty simple. Number 26, would you not have loved to heard this conversation? Nancy Pelosi tweeted out, in our conversation today. Let me tell you how the hell this is going to work. I will say this. You don't have to like Nancy Pelosi. I do not like Nancy Pelosi, but I'm going to tell you that Nancy Pelosi can kick some ass. I mean, that DCCC. In our conversation today, Congresswoman Omar and I agreed, that we must use this moment to move forward as we reject anti-Semitism and in all forms. I think they agreed, okay? Here are the tweets. We'll just show it to you real quick. Number 27, that she sent out, okay, that she's apologizing for. It's all about the Benjamins, baby, AIPAC, all right? And so you actually think, give me number 33, apologizes after claiming U.S. politicians are paid to be pro-Israel, okay? You really think, all right, that she is a Muslim and she apologized to Israel? Absolutely not. It did not happen. She did not apologize, okay? And that's all they're doing all day is telling you she apologized. She's sorry. Number 45, Representative Omar apologizes for tweets called anti-Semitic. My intention is never to offend my constituents, okay? So again, she apologizes, all right? CNN number 46, all right? They run this. They're doing everything to help her apologize, this Muslim. In fact, what the Democrats believe in the LGBT, there's no way the LGBTQ community, she accepts that. So Nancy's wondering, what will this one do today? What will Crazy as Hell? All right? What will Crazy as Hell, Princess Crazy as Hell from her tribe do today, number 35? Trading shots. She's mad that the president talked about her Green Deal. There's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, all right? So she's wondering, what the hell will she come out and do today? Nancy's nerves are shot. What's going to happen today? Now, last night at the rally, they're going to go all day long with this woman, this Muslim that's anti-Semitic. They're going to go all day long, and they're going to talk about how she apologized and then say Trump's rhetoric, Nazi rhetoric, and his anti-Semitic supporters. All right, so they're going to turn everything is Trump's fault. This woman comes out and says everything is Trump's fault. Joe did this, number 9. Just want to show you, okay, 6:05 a.m. All right, when they were down there at the rally last night, this is the quote that he said. Well, I say quote, but this is what he said last night when they were down there at the rally in El Paso. The president, the crowd was yelling, "Lock her up, lock her up." He doesn't understand why the crowd doesn't yell, "Lock him up." And they showed a graph here: guilty, 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 indicted. Okay, 8 convictions. So that's what they showed. They're going to go after the guy 7 days a week. Now, all right, so let me touch this rail. Let me touch this rail, and let's go with number 17. Now, the Catholic Church, you need to understand, the Ocasio-Cortez, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you need to understand, they believe that God is a tree with a branch and a leaf, and God is the sunshine pouring in to energize our cars that will move us around. And they have a different view of God and what God is to them, all right? This is a group that has been determined, okay, to remove God from all things. All things. And then in return show that the downfalls that we have are due to religions. Okay, that's what they want to say, it's due to religions. They don't talk about the Catholic charities and the Catholics' work on adopting children. They talk about the Catholics' work on being predators of children. They don't talk about the Catholics' hard work on anti-abortion. They talk about them being predators of children, okay? So on and so forth. They never discuss any of the positives of the church. Now, the Southern Baptist Convention president apologizes to victims for sexual abuse. There can simply be no ambiguity. Thank you. Ambiguity. I'm trying for the 4th time. There can simply be no ambiguity. Get that out. About the church's responsibility to protect the abused and be a safe place for the vulnerable. If you have been victimized by a church leader or anyone else for that matter, and the Houston Chronicle story rekindled fear and doubt about how you could receive care, please hear us. We are profoundly sorry. It is an unjust tragedy that you experienced abuse in the past, and it is unjust and a tragic that you feel fear in the present. We, the church, have failed you. J.D. Greer, Southern Baptist Convention. Now, number 18. More than 200 Baptist ministers, deacons, and others have been found guilty of sex abuse, reports say. And number 19, this is where it's stemming from the Houston Chronicle, abuse of faith, 20 years, 700 victims, Southern Baptist sexual abuse spreads as leaders resist reforms. The attempt to totally remove God and make all religion and make everything that is taking place in religion evil, it's something that we have to address as a culture, okay? I'm telling you right now, this is where they're going. Why would you listen to these people as far as elections, as far as abortion, as far as social issues, when this is what's going on within the church? Maybe the church has failed in staying pure to what their preaching should be, and I'll leave it at that. I want to make sure I don't forget anything before I close. I'm going to go more into this tomorrow, okay? Let me just say this. Background checks. Background checks, all right? Now, I do know churches now that do not allow, put that same graphic we just had up, okay? Now, what this says is, and I want to get away from this only for the reason that I don't have the time to go in it, and I don't want to be confusing. But what that says is 220 years, 700 victims, and it says church leaders resist reforms, and it says pastors, okay. It says pastors, ministers, deacons, and others. Now, there's churches that are starting to do background checks before they will let anybody teach Sunday school. There's churches that are now doing background checks before they will let anybody work in a children's church or a nursery or help keep babies or whatever in the nursery. There's churches now doing that. But one of the problems they run up against is the church is supposed to be for the forgiven. The church is for the forgiven, and that's the bottom line, is we're all supposed to be forgiven or ask for forgiveness, and we should be the ones that the church is for the forgiven, that we've come for forgiveness of our sins. Okay, not to go to preaching, but the reality is, so there's people that have lived broken lives, that have had problems, that maybe have gone to jail, but they're rehabilitated, they've given their life to Christ, they're dedicated to the church, dedicated to their family, dedicated to their community. And the church doesn't know everybody in there. And we will go into, but, you know, I find it interesting, and here's where I'll close. I find it interesting. Let me say this, because I was not preaching to you, but I want you to know this and I want you to hear this. I find it interesting that they're finding these problems victims of abuse. I find it interesting. They're finding these problems in the church. Now with the Baptist Church, Catholic Church. And they don't seem to be finding these problems in other circles. I think if you look a little deeper in the world, pedophilia, you may find it in other places besides the church. And I think in some areas, it's so close to being exposed of some very powerful people, okay, involved in some very bad things where children are concerned, that the church is the best escape they have to make everything be happening through the church so they're not looked at and scrutinized. I'm just saying, you ought to check other areas of what's going on. I'm your host, BKP. I didn't want to get too deep into that. Sorry if I made a mistake on that. Tomorrow, Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday, we'll be back. I'm just checking. Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Thursday, Friday. So tomorrow's Wednesday. We're hoping the weather clears up a little bit. We know you're not really pleased with our weather pattern right now in Georgia. A little rain, a little cold, whatever. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be back. I'm your host, BKP. Don't forget one more time, 24/7 at any time you ever want to contact the show. That's how you do it. Social media. Look for us on Facebook. I'm out of here.